Have you ever caught your cat doing something that made you wonder if it was pretending all along? Maybe it limps dramatically until you reach for the treat bag, and suddenly it walks perfectly fine. Or it meows with the voice of a desperate soul, only to ignore the food you just served. These moments seem random, but what if they're not? What if your cat is acting on purpose? Because the truth is, cats are expert actors, capable of convincing performances that would put a Hollywood star to shame. Today, we're uncovering the hidden tricks behind their behavior, 5 fascinating ways cats fool even their most attentive owners. Some of these will make you laugh, others will change how you read your cat forever. Let's go through the surprising signs one by one. But before we start, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. That way, you won't miss the next time we decode your cat's mysterious world. The first behavior that often fools cat owners is the sudden limp. One moment, your cat walks normally. The next, it drags a paw with exaggerated effort, looking fragile and pitiful. You rush over in panic, worried something's wrong. But just as you prepare to call the vet, the limp disappears, and your cat strolls away like nothing happened. This isn't always manipulation in the human sense, but it is performance. Cats quickly learn that certain actions trigger instant attention. When you reacted with concern the first time, your cat memorized the result. You moved closer, spoke softly, maybe offered a treat. From that moment, your reaction became part of a pattern it could repeat whenever it wanted affection or rewards. Interestingly, animal behaviorists have documented this kind of adaptive mimicry in domestic cats. They don't fake pain maliciously, they mirror the emotional cues that get them what they want. In essence, they've learned the emotional language of their humans and know exactly how to speak it. So next time your cat limps dramatically, pause before assuming the worst. Observe closely. If it disappears the moment your cat feels seen, you're not living with a lazy pet. You're living with a performer who knows exactly how to pull your heartstrings.
The second behavior that completely deceives many cat owners is the selective ignorance act. You know the scene well. You call your cat's name, it doesn't even flick an ear. You repeat it, maybe even shake a toy or open a bag of treats, but it stays perfectly still, gazing into the distance as if you don't exist. Then, a few minutes later, it reacts instantly to the faint sound of a can opening in the kitchen. It's easy to think cats just don't listen, but here's the truth. Your cat hears you every single time. Research from Japanese animal behavior studies proved that cats recognize their owners' voices perfectly well. They simply choose when to respond. This silence isn't ignorance, it's strategy. Cats have evolved to control interactions on their terms, preserving their independence while quietly training us to approach when they decide. This behavior works because it subtly shifts the power dynamic. Each time you call again, move closer, or raise your voice, your cat reinforces the idea that you'll come to it, not the other way around. It's a masterclass in passive manipulation, disguised as indifference. So when your cat pretends not to hear you, don't take it personally. It's not ignoring you. It's testing how far you'll go to get its attention, and most of the time, it wins. The third behavior that tricks even the most patient cat owners is what I call the midnight panic performance. It usually starts when the house is silent, the lights are off, and you're finally about to fall asleep. Suddenly, your cat tears through the hallway, knocks over a plant, and meows as if the world is ending. You stumble out of bed thinking something is terribly wrong, but your cat just stares at you, tail up, completely calm. At first glance, this seems like random chaos, but there's method behind the madness. Cats are crepuscular, which means they're naturally most active during dawn and dusk. However, when they notice their owner responds dramatically to these night outbursts, chasing, comforting, or feeding them, they quickly associate the behavior with attention. The next time they feel bored or lonely at night, they replay the same scene, knowing you'll react exactly as before. Some behaviorists even compared this to a cat's version of a stage rehearsal. Each outburst refines the timing, sound, and movement until it gets the perfect response from you. It's not a call for help. It's an improvised play to control your focus when it wants it most. So when your cat acts like it's having a midnight crisis, remember, you're not dealing with a restless animal. You're dealing with a nighttime actor, rehearsing its favorite role, the star of your attention.
The fourth behavior that constantly deceives cat owners is what I like to call the fake friendship routine. It happens when your cat suddenly becomes extra affectionate right when you're busy. You're typing on your laptop and it jumps on the keyboard. You're reading and it rubs against your face. You set down a meal and there it is, purring, wrapping around your legs like it's the most loving creature alive. But then, as soon as you give in, pet it, or stop what you're doing, it walks away without a second thought. At first, this looks like mood swings, but it's actually an emotional strategy. Cats have learned that timing their affection during your moments of focus guarantees a quick reaction. They know you'll stop whatever you're doing, look at them, and engage. That brief interruption is the goal. It's not about love, it's about control, reclaiming your attention at the exact moment it's divided. This behavior is rooted in survival instincts. In nature, cats rely on being unpredictable to maintain dominance or ensure they get resources first. By acting affectionate and then retreating, they reinforce their independence while keeping you emotionally hooked. It's a behavioral push and pull that perfectly mimics human manipulation. Subtle, charming, and impossible to resist. So, when your cat showers you with affection and disappears right after, don't feel used. It's not rejection. It's a silent reminder that in your home, the cat still runs the show, and you're just lucky to be part of the act. The fifth behavior that constantly tricks cat owners is the false alarm meow. It's that urgent, dramatic sound that sends you running. You rush to the kitchen thinking your cat is starving, or you check the door expecting it wants to go out. But instead, your cat just looks at you, blinks slowly, and walks away as if nothing happened. A few minutes later, the same thing happens again. Another meow, another false alarm. This behavior isn't random noise, it's communication with purpose. Cats learn early that vocal tones can manipulate human responses. Over time, they refine the perfect sound, the one that gets you moving fast. Studies have shown that cats even adjust the frequency of their meows to mimic the pitch of a human baby's cry, triggering our instinct to respond. That's why that particular sound feels impossible to ignore. When your cat uses the false alarm meow, it's not necessarily lying. It's testing how tuned in you are, making sure the bond between you still works on demand. Some cats use it for reassurance, others for boredom, and a few simply enjoy seeing how quickly you'll obey the call. So, when you hear that urgent meow and find nothing wrong, don't be frustrated. You've just witnessed your cat's finest acting skill, the perfect use of sound, timing, and emotion to keep you playing your role in its daily drama. By now, it's clear that cats aren't just pets. They're subtle performers who understand how to turn everyday moments into convincing acts. From the sudden limp to the midnight chaos, each behavior carries a purpose that mixes instinct with intelligence. What looks like random feline drama is often a carefully rehearsed pattern designed to get your attention, affection, or reaction exactly when your cat wants it. And if you've fallen for these tricks before, don't worry, that's actually a sign of a strong bond. The more your cat studies your reactions, the closer it feels to you. It learns your voice, your footsteps, your emotional tone, and even your silence. Each little act is its way of keeping the relationship alive and dynamic. So instead of feeling fooled, take it as a compliment. Your cat doesn't perform for just anyone. It performs for you because you're the center of its world. Understanding these subtle games only brings you closer to seeing your cat for what it truly is, an emotional genius wrapped in fur, perfectly aware of the power it holds over your heart. It's fascinating how cats can shape our emotions with just a glance or a sound. Every move, Every silence, every act of affection hides a layer of meaning that most owners never see. But here's something few cat lovers are ready to face. Not every gesture from your cat is a sign of love. Sometimes what feels like affection is something completely different. In the next video, you'll uncover the truth behind those confusing moments when your cat seems to adore you, but acts in ways that don't quite match. You'll learn what those subtle signals actually mean and why they might reveal a bond built on instinct, not emotion. It's a face of feline behavior that most people prefer to ignore. But once you see it, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Click the video appearing on your screen to discover what your cat's behavior truly says about how it feels toward you. I'll see you there.